Bad Ukrainian girls versus good country girls. How to see the difference. Guys, this is today's topic for our new Ask Vita Live edition, and we are discussing the difference between bad country girl and good country girl, and actually how you can see the difference between both of them. So guys, lots of you are thinking about finding Ukrainian country girl as your future wife. For some of you, it can be really the best decision in your life. For some, but some of you can really get into trap of false hopes. Today in this video, we are going to discuss the good and bad points of being a country girl in Ukraine and what actually you can expect in relationships with them, with the country girl from Ukraine. I'm going to give you as well some tips how to clarify and how to identify who is good and who is bad of them, and if can make you happy as you think, guys. My name is Vita. Welcome to new edition Ask Vita Live. So, lots of you foreign guys consider that the country girl is just the best option for you because she is more simple, down to earth, doesn't demand a lot, can be satisfied with small, simple things and stuff. And of course, you are sure that you can make her happy just because you took her out from her swamp, but some of you are right, but some absolutely not. Some of you, I think, guys, just not confident about yourself. You think you cannot satisfy Miss Celebrity if you are talking about Miss City, okay, more rich girl, more self-confident girl, just simply speaking. That's why you are choosing the cheaper option. And some of you, and I know this for sure, just think you can buy a woman from the village because she will be grateful for your help and giving her a chance to have a better life. Some of you guys who lives in suburban areas also, you just think that she will be also okay to live not in a big city. Both reasons are actually quite understandable for me. You think if she is from the village, she won't be attracted by the lights of big city. But guys, I want to discuss today with you some advantages and disadvantages which country girl in Ukraine can have, and let's discuss them now. And then you guys can decide, is this a good option for you or not? Hello guys, nice to see you all. Thanks for joining and thanks for your patience. Hello everybody. William, Tracy, Slayanga, Framen, Rodney. Hello Rodney. Yeah, we miss you, Rodney, and we were worried about you because you didn't show up. So guys even started to ask some questions. Maybe something happened to you. Okay, all country girl need is a potato soup. No, you're mistaken. You're mistaken, guys. Okay, so I want to ask you also, guys, who just joined us first time, don't forget please to subscribe our channel. Do me this great favor. You can simply press just subscribe button in the lower right of the screen. It's just 1 second of your time, but for me it's a great help because due to your attention, due to your help, we are still with you, and we are trying to help you guys actually with our advices and recommendations. Also, please remember, there is no taboo questions here. You can ask me any type of questions regarding Ukrainian girls, mentality, relationship, about how to make your journey successful actually. And for now, I want to let you know about our new schedule for live streams, okay? From now, only me will be doing streams, same time, Thursday, 7 a.m. Eastern time, which will be 1 p.m. Ukrainian time, and also Saturday, Sunday, 6 p.m. Ukrainian time, which is actually noon Eastern time. So please remember, just 3 times per week, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. If some of you confused or just forget about the time, you can always ask me once again and I will remind you guys. Chase, you like country girls better, but we will see today after our stream. We can discuss this topic. Who is love me? Sly Engle? You ask Vita Live. Okay, perfect. So join us all the time and prepare your questions, guys. I know that a lot of you really wondering if you can find a good countryside girl and if you can be happy with her. And as I mentioned, some guys has quite specific reasons for this. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. Some guys just live in suburban areas and they consider that the woman from the big city, she won't be satisfied to live in the calm atmosphere, in the countryside atmosphere, to take care about maybe animals, to help you maybe if you have garden or orchard, something like this. Some guys are just not confident about themselves and about their possibilities, and they think if they take a simple-minded girl, average girl from the countryside who used to live in bad conditions of life, who used to be poor, who used to be not too much demanding, she can be satisfied with your offer. So that's also one of the reasons, and I know a lot of you thinking like this, but we will see. So guys, sorry. Actually, I want country girls intend to have more family values. Cheng Chang, it's actually right, but not for every country girl, and we will discuss it. It should be like this, and naturally it can be like this. But as I mentioned, there are two types of country girls, good and bad ones, and bad ones never have these family values as you suppose them to have. So with country girls in Ukraine, you also should be actually aware. You should pay attention to some signs, and you need to check first, and you need to be sure what type of country girl you actually choose. Okay, guys. So as I told already, there are two types actually of country girls in Ukraine, bad and good one. I want you guys to realize, I know that lots of you still mistaken because you have wrong image about countryside. You compare our villages with your Western villages, but countryside here, villages, absolutely not like countryside abroad. It's absolutely opposite places. For you to understand, here villages are very poor. They're devastated, they're isolated, and sometimes even there is no good signal for mobile phones, no internet, no water in the houses, no gas sometimes, no roads, no lamps on the streets, no supermarkets, guys, no even drugstores, no possibility to buy normal food. Some people, if they live nearby to the big city, like once in a week on weekends, or maybe even once in 2 weeks, they go to the city to buy bread, to buy some products like spaghetti or some porridge or whatever they need, because they cannot actually buy it in the village. And that's a great problem. People in our villages, frankly speaking, they're just trying to survive there. I want to share with you one of story, my personal story. I have a friend. This is a story not from internet, just from my experience. I have my best friend. She's a little bit older than me, and she has a small house in the village, which actually not very far, just 10 kilometers from Sumy. By bus it's like 20 minutes, so it's very, very close. She had to live there with her son for 2 years because her husband went to the war in Lugansk, and she couldn't pay expenses for apartment in the city because they have 3-bedroom apartment, and expenses for 3-room apartment in Sumy or in Ukraine can be more than $100, and of course it's quite expensive because she's not working, and her husband went as a soldier to the war. So just imagine. She doesn't have water in the house. She doesn't have gas in the house. It's full darkness outside after 3 p.m. in winter. And the water well is 200 meters from the house. No gas, no bathroom. The school is in another village, 7 kilometers from their village. Not even from the house, from the village. So she had a wood burning stove. Firewood they bought in the summer, they just prepare the situation, they prepared to this situation. The roads, nobody cleaned there in the winter. So she actually had to do it by herself, to bring the water to the house many times per day, to wash themselves, to wash dirty clothes, to wash dishes. So in the winter time, you should bring water from the well. You need to make it hot. in order to wash dishes even, right? Just imagine what kind of life she had there with her son. Needs to be really a hero, to my mind, to live in such a place alone with the kid. And majority of women and majority of families in countryside here in Ukraine live that type of life. Of course, not all villages, not 100% of villages in such a bad condition. Some of them quite developed, bigger one. Some of them have schools, but no supermarkets. Maybe some small cafe, some kind, not even like hospital, like a hospital room with just a nurse there or just a doctor, simple one without any good knowledges. So if the woman, let's say, giving a birth to the child, she needs to take the car or to the taxi and go to the nearest city, because nobody will take the baby and nobody will help her actually. So anyway, we can't even compare villages overseas and villages in Ukraine. And I want you to understand this idea. Don't think that's the same, like, sorry, your villages. What's the difference between big cities? Okay, some amusement place, quantity of cafes, but all of you have water, all of you have bathrooms, all of you have internet, all of you have electricity, gas, whatever you need for normal civilized life. In Ukraine, that's absolutely not the same. Some houses, rich people, they have, of course, I don't tell like nobody have gas, nobody have water in the house, but only rich people and only in big villages, very well developed, but not so many of them. And actually people who lives in the countryside, for them it's very difficult to find job, because what they can do in the village? To milk the cows, to drive the tractor, to work on the fields, to clean after pigs, that's it. And maybe one place for some small shop, maybe to sell food, that's it. So people actually in a great desperation. Some of them every day should go to the city to work there. But anyway, it's a great disaster. Our villages, it's a very complicated place. So, and actually, of course, it influences the psychology of people, the citizens of villages, and not in a good way. Okay, guys, I see conversation. Big city girl can't cook and clean. That's not right. I am a city girl. I can cook and clean, and quite well. I'm professional. I don't have too much time right now to do that. But anyway, it's not true. City girl can do this. It depends on personality. It depends in what circumstances she was raised. If she was from the rich family, and maybe her father is deputy or some local authority, yeah, maybe she can be spoiled. Of course, lots of such girls who spoiled just don't want to waste their time for cooking, cleaning and washing. But every normal woman in Ukraine, every normal and good mother, she will cook, clean and wash. So that's also one of the stereotypes you have in your mind, guys. And that's not true, absolutely. Lewis, hello. You want a nice country girl from Ukraine? Tell us the best country town for Ukraine country girl. It's the question for which I can't give an answer. There are thousands of country cities and villages. I can't actually discuss all of them because I have never been even there. I just have the general idea. I can discuss the villages or small cities in which I have been personally, okay, from my imagination. It's difficult, and actually you don't need the name. You just need to know where to find the right person. That's it. Doesn't matter from what city she is actually. Lewis, you like our channel? Join us and subscribe our channel. Don't forget, guys, please do me this great favor. If you still didn't do it, just simply click on the subscribe button in the lower right of the screen, and I will appreciate it greatly. William, Vita is amazing because she can read our mails and speak at the same time. Yeah, of course, it confused a little bit my concentration, but anyway, I know what to talk about. So yeah, of course, it's nice to talk and then to see your messages, guys. I like online communication, and it's not so difficult. Vita, make me a happy man. Find me a country traditional lady from Sumy. I wish to be living in Sumy in 2 months' time. For 6 months, a year, age mid-40s, perfect. I dream of this. Rodney, you remember what we were talking about. You all the time joining our streams. I just told you, you need to book a Skype call with me where we can discuss all conditions and the whole process, okay? And then we go ahead. It's not a problem for you to find a good Sumy girl, absolutely. You just need to do some actions. Just not only asking me help here, but you need just to join the website, to be registered, to book that Skype call, and we can discuss all your concerns. Absolutely. We have a long conversation, like 1 hour or even more conversation. You can ask any type of questions, and of course you will get all information, what you need to know. So guys, for now we will have 2 minutes break, okay? Please be patient, stay with me, and I want to remind you that today we are discussing bad and good country girls in Ukraine. In the next episode, part 2, I will give you definition of bad and good girls, will give you some tips, and of course I will give you the clear idea why you can be mistaken if you want to choose only country girl. So what actually traps can expect you in this choice. Okay, so stay with us, please. In 2 minutes, I will be back.